if I am being completely honest, it wasn't until last year, I think, when I was 27, that I actually started implementing a routine skincare situation. I am super lazy, and I'm never the person who's ever had the desire to like really dive into what I need to do to take care of my skin. I remember through high school, like I would go to sleep with makeup on all the time and just like use one of those makeup wipes and think that it was good. And honestly, just didn't really learn or have anyone, teach me what to do with it. So at sleepovers, I kind of watch my friends and be like, oh my gosh, you have like a whole skincare routine? They're like, yeah, you don't. So instead of being this old in life, I'm now 28, and scrubbing my face with Panoxyl and using a makeup remover wipe, I am finally kind of diving into good skincare and wanted to kind of highlight one of the brands I've started to fall in love with a little bit, but also just give you an honest review, because I am never going to be the person to tell you to just spend your money because it worked for me, it'll work for you. That's just not my vibe. But if you are struggling with some of the same skincare issues and that I have been, and you need something that might help you out, this brand might be something that'll help you. So we're going to go through the products I have tried today, and of course share all the discount codes in case you are interested in trying out Primally Pure skincare for yourself. Okay, let's do it. Woohoo! Okay. First thing you need to know, I'm obviously coming to you makeup free today just to kind of show you the journey we're on. So like I said, I kind of struggle with hormonal acne, and the past few years have been pretty frustrating. There'll be like huge flare-ups where I'll just get like zits everywhere. And then it'll be pretty good, and I can go out without makeup and I feel confident in my skin and it's not too weird to look at. I know some of these are like societal standards. We'll get into a deep podcast episode later on that. But for myself, right, there's a level of like being a woman, being a professional, showing up and like doing my job, and you want to look presentable usually. So this is kind of my acne situation. I'll do a little model. This is post-period, skin. So right when I'm ramping up to have my period, TMI, get away here, boys. But right when I'm ramping up to have my period, usually I have a pretty bad breakout, at least for the last several months. That's kind of been the case. So that's something that I know is coming every month, obviously, so I try to do a couple things like adding extra retinol and extra moisturizer to my routine to really just nourish the skin while it's having one of those breakout moments, but not like overdo it with a bunch of serums or anything. But yeah, so this is kind of like my normal skin. Other skin issues I have are under eye bags. You can see them here. My bags are designer. But that's something that I've kind of always struggled with. I don't know if I just don't eat enough iron, like maybe I need to eat more red meat or something. Or if I'm just like, I don't know, just someone who has those like purple pigments under my eyes, kind of at any given moment. So I'm constantly looking for things, and I do have other brands that I can talk about in separate videos, maybe just to like highlight what those are doing to help those under eye bags. But also I will take any feedback if you guys have great products that you use that help those out. So yes, acne, under eye bags, and then right now because it's winter, my skin is struggling with being hydrated. I have pretty normal skin, I would say. Like it's usually not super oily, not super dry, but in the winter, hydration is definitely something that I'm really trying to stay on top of. I'll hop out of the shower and just like instantly feel my skin start to like curl inward, and it's kind of gross. So those are kind of like, that's like context, I guess, of where I'm coming to you from with my skin journey. And like I said, over the last probably, I would say like 12 to 18 months, I've really tried to be more intentional about skincare. I am not the expert. I just need to like let you know I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not an esthetician. I am not a beauty expert. I don't do makeup for a living, clearly. You can also like see my unibrow happening right here. Like clearly I'm not the pro, but I have like my own standards when it comes to products that I'm going to actually spend my money on and like deem worthy of being in my cabinet. And so in case you're one of those people too, I'll just kind of dive into what those things are. We all know this, shopping in 2025 can get a little crazy and it can feel really overwhelming when you're thinking of all these things. Like, is it non-toxic? Does it have something that's going to ruin my skin? Like, is the packaging sustainable? Where is it being shipped from? Where is it being manufactured from? Like, what do the owners think and believe, and how do they run their company, and do they treat their employees ethically, and like all these questions. I'm a deep thinker, so those things go through my mind so frequently. When it comes to actually like beauty and skincare, I do think I think about it less than when I do with fashion. And maybe I need to like reevaluate some of that, but I think the main factor in that is just, obviously, when you're using something for your skin, you usually are using it because you want a certain outcome. Like you want to achieve a look, or you want to, do something to mend something going on with your skin. And so I think I'm more willing to like overlook one or two of those categories in the name of like, I want to see the result. Maybe that's not the right way to think about it. Maybe I'm just confessing my sins to you. But I don't know if anyone else is like, yeah, no, I agree. I am just like looking for a solution. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. It doesn't have to mean that this brand have to agree with everything they stand for and where they manufacture their stuff from. But if you're like, I do think kind of deeply about those things, I need a place to start. The main three things that I think about when I'm looking for like clean or low tox or non-toxic skincare are, number one, does it actually work? This one's an obvious one. Like I said a second ago, it would be pretty dumb of me to sit here and try to influence you to buy something if it works for my skin type, but it does not work for yours. There's kind of no way of really knowing if it's going to work until you try it. And one thing I really like about Primally Pure is that they have smaller and like sample sizes, basically. So for example, this normal skin cleansing oil that I have a 2-ounce bottle of it. There you go. You can see it right there. They also have a 4-ounce version. So if you're kind of on a budget, you just want to try some things out, you could just get the 2-ounce instead of investing in such a large size if you don't actually know if it's going to work. But the other thing you can do, obviously, is watch reviews. Maybe a review video like this, or you can go to their website and check out all the reviews to see if other people who are saying they have a similar skin type to you are saying, yes, this works, it's worth the money, it's worth the investment. And that way you can kind of just, again, not be influenced mindlessly by a random person on TikTok or Instagram that you just have no idea if they have the same struggles at all, but actually go, okay, this person is saying these are the things they're struggling with and it helped bring them results. I might want to invest in this as well. So obviously the first thing you're going to consider is, does it work, or will it work for me? And then the second thing I like to consider before I buy skincare is, what are the actual ingredients? Now, this one can get really tricky. Again, I'm not the pro here, but I do care deeply about sustainability and low toxic ingredients, and kind of like especially topical things, thinking that our skin is the largest organ that we have. We're going to put something on it and it will literally sponge into our system. So you really want to be intentional about what we're putting on it and making sure that we are creating a healthy skin barrier so that those ingredients don't literally poison us. I do think this can look different for everyone. I am not a chemist either. So when I see like big chemical names on products that I'm going to use topically, it doesn't necessarily freak me out. I don't think that has to be a big red flag. I think a lot of these products are obviously being manufactured in labs and people are using science to kind of make something that will bring results. So it doesn't automatically mean that it's wrong to have a long list of ingredients. However, when that long list of ingredients includes many, many, many ingredients that you can't pronounce, or if you do a little research on it and it seems like that kind of probably shouldn't be going in my skin, maybe that's a sign that that's a product you might want to stray away from. The other thing you can do to try to weed out some of those toxic ingredients and make sure you're buying something that has cleaner ones is look for certifications and fully transparent brands. I do want to warn here that I think some places like maybe Ulta or Sephora are going to use greenwashing, which is that tactic of like putting a green leaf next to everything and saying it's clean or part of our clean skincare line. And that's just like a marketing tactic to try to make buyers like us think that something is a certain kind of way, right? It's going to make it look and appear like it's clean because there's a little green leaf to it, but you really want to do some research. maybe just Googling, like, what does that actually mean? Are these ingredients vegan or GMO free, or are they lab grown, or are they farm fresh, or I don't know what I'm saying. Like, actually doing the work to say, what does this little green leaf mean? Or are you just trying to greenwash me into spending money on something that's not actually clean? When it comes to product transparency, I love this about Primally Pure. Their ingredients are right here on the back of every product, and they're all super, super clean. Like, I can read these out to you. Raw honey, kaolin clay, organic marula oil, essential oils of organic orange, organic lemon, organic neroli hydrosol, coconut lactobacillus. They're gonna laugh at this. Like, what am I saying? Organic witch hazel, organic turmeric powder, organic white willow bark powder, vitamin E, rosemary extract. You get the idea. Like, every single thing on here I can pronounce, and it's almost every single one of them says organic in front of it. That's pretty incredible. And I haven't seen a skincare brand be this transparent about what they're using and where it comes from. Now, something else you need to consider when you're buying skincare products is purely up to you, but I do think there's been a myth going around about this. And that is that vegan products, or products without any animal testing or from animals at all, are somehow better for you. I've definitely let that influence some of my shopping, and I'll look for brands that have the little bunny on it and the vegan certified. And sometimes that could mean it wasn't tested on animals, or sometimes it means there's no animal product in here at all. And I actually want to read you something from Primally Pure's website, because this was news to me. Like, I was like, yeah, we shouldn't use anything that's been, involving animal products to begin with. But this is from Primally Pure. It says, animal-based skincare formulated with grass-fed and finished tallow or pure emu oil is a better biological match for your skin's barrier. Who knew? Expertly crafted animal-based skincare has a unique makeup that mimics your skin's natural oils, making it far more effective and biocompatible than many vegan skincare options. These handpicked ingredients, like emu oil or beef tallow for skin, seamlessly absorb, balance oil production, protect the microbiome, and minimize inflammation. We create products with pasture-raised, grass-fed, and ethically sourced and botanical ingredients to feed the skin a more nutrient-dense diet. Mindfully sourced animal-based skincare supports a balanced lipid barrier, a critical component for fewer breakouts and fine lines, creating clear and healthy skin. Wow. I didn't know that, and I feel like that's really interesting because I've heard a lot of great things from crunchy mamas about beef tallow specifically being a great use for your skin, but it's actually cool to kind of see a little bit more in depth, and they post their research and links to where they get this from on their website. So if you want to do a little digging yourself, I would highly recommend checking all that out. So again, before we want to buy something, I'm thinking, does it work? Is it going to work on my skin? What are the ingredients? Is it low tox? And the third thing I'm thinking about is, how does the brand view sustainability? And is my purchase really going to harm the planet more? Because I'm a little anal about all that. And I want to make sure that as many times as I can, right? It doesn't have to happen every time, but as much as I can, I'm going to minimize supporting brands that really contribute to pollution and just not good things for the planet. So Primally Pure really wowed me with this. When I ordered everything, it came all encased in recycled cardboard. There wasn't even a piece of plastic in sight, and every single one of their bottles is recycled glass. I'm a huge fan of all of this. The little sustainability girl in me is heck yes, let's do it. And honestly, from a packaging standpoint, they've done it so beautifully that you can't really even tell that that's glass, but you can hear it, right? So this is their normal skin cleansing oil. This topper might be plastic, but I mean, how many brands are actually doing the extra work and making it a little more of an expense on their end just to manufacture something that's going to be better for the planet? So yes, before you make your next skincare purchase, those are kind of the three things that at least I think through and I recommend thinking through, just so you're not being influenced to spend your money and buy something that you don't need or is going to contribute to consumerism. Ick. But now we have to get into the good stuff. Do these products from Primally Pure actually work? And would I recommend them for someone going through my skin scenarios? Let's do it. The first product I would like to show you and talk about is the normal skin cleansing oil. Like I mentioned, my skin is not super oily most days. It's not super dry, although the winter has really kind of taken it out of me. I live in the Midwest. But they also have this cleansing oil in specific formulas for oily skin or more dry skin. So I think that's a really cool thing. So whatever your skin needs are, this cleansing oil comes in multiple different formulas just for you, which I think is very helpful. I have been using this pretty much every day, pretty consistently when I put on makeup and need to take makeup off. On the days that I'm not wearing makeup, I skip this step because I just kind of go in with my cleanser and then moisturize. But I have to tell you, I love the smell of this. I truly think it's like a little piece of heaven. And really, I think this has made me actually want to wash my face at the end of the day. I have never been someone to really be like, yay, I can't wait to wash my face when I'm tired. This has made it kind of feel like a little private spa moment. I really do like this cleansing oil. My use for this usually is I put a squirt or two, like a pump or two on my hand, rub it in to my skin after I've washed my hands, of course, and it just kind of loosens up all the makeup, all the grime, all the dirt off of my skin, and then you kind of set like a warm washcloth on top of it, let everything seep in, breathe into the delicious oils. I cannot tell you how good this smells, and then I go in with my cleanser after that. The main reason that I do that is I've kind of broken up with using a makeup remover wipe after my esthetician friend kind of told me that you're just smearing the makeup everywhere, like it's not really doing anything for you. So using an oil has been a really, really big, step in the right direction, I think, for helping to rid myself of some of these extra pores and cleaning everything out so that I get less breakouts overall. If I had to give this a score, I would say an 8.5 out of 10 on the, if you're on the fence about, should I buy something like that? If you don't currently use an oil to remove your makeup, or if you're looking to get a better, cleaner option, 8.5 out of 10 is my score. I recommend this one for sure. Like I mentioned earlier too, I think they come in multiple sizes. I have the 2 ounce, but I think I'll be going back for the 4 ounce. Okay, the next product we're introducing you to is their Vanilla Citrus Deodorant. Like I mentioned prior, I am a sweaty girl, and I'm always looking for something that's going to not only work, my first pillar, does it work, or will it work on me, but also that is clean. And to be honest, I haven't quite found the deodorant match that my armpits crave. This deodorant is fine. It smells great. Smells great to me. It kind of actually smells like dessert. Like I kind of want to eat it. Could I eat it? I shouldn't eat it. Rosemary, orange, grass-fed cow tallow, arrowroot powder, coconut oil, baking soda. I could almost eat it though. Okay, I won't. But I could. It smells great. That's not the issue at all. It goes on pretty smooth. It is, you can kind of see the formula here, is a little more gritty than maybe most deodorants you're thinking or hoping. Did that even do it? Get in focus. You can kind of see it's a little grittier than maybe most deodorants you might be hoping would be. So the texture thing is a little bit of a thing for me. It might be weird though. Sometimes I just want a really smooth roll-on deodorant. But the main thing is that as much as I love the smell and I love the clean ingredients on this list, it's just something that I've run into many times when these clean deodorants exist. I'm just too sweaty for them. I fear I am too sweaty for even the cleanest of deodorants. So with that, I would give this product probably a 4.5 out of 10, just because it doesn't work on me. Maybe it would work on you. Maybe you're not as sweaty or as stinky as I am. And that's the thing, I don't think I'm necessarily sweaty. I'm just stinky when I do sweat. And I've been wearing this, and my husband will be like, you didn't put on deodorant today, did you? And I'm like, I literally did. So for me, it might not be the right solution, but if you think that it would be for you, or if you're looking for an aluminum-free option, might as well give it a go if you don't stink as much as I do. Okay, I have been using this product from Primally Pure pretty consistently for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 months. This is their clarifying mask, and you can even see, it's not hard to open, I'm weak. You can see truly how amazing these ingredients are. They're very, very clean, just like everything else I read to you earlier. There's so much of this that you could probably eat, but it just goes to show they really mean it when they're talking about like soil and animal-based products that do not do harm to the planet and that are manufactured in an ethical way. Everything is also from California, by the way, like Southern California. So it's stateside, and I think that does a big thing as well, just to say we're helping cultivate soil that's more local to us instead of, shipping things from other countries, and really kind of adding to that carbon footprint and for why we could grow things right here. So anyway, clarifying mask. They have many mask options. I chose this one because in the name, clarifying, and I do this probably once a week. I could pick it up a little bit more, but I wanted to get a small size and just try to do that consistently before I got a bigger size and did it more frequently. So I do think that this has really helped smooth my skin and start to remove some of those impurities. I think it kind of acts as like that once a week or special occasion, like little facial night exfoliator. And so I do recommend this. I would say it goes on really smoothly. It has a great smell. You do it for probably like 15, 30 minutes. It says, what does it even say? Oh, it does say to do this 1 to 3 times after cleansing. Maybe I'll have to pick it up more. But I would say it's a really good thing to kind of insert into your week. You could start off slower and do it once a week, or really speed it up apparently by doing 3 times a week. I like the way it feels. I like the way my skin feels afterwards. And I do think I've noticed quite the difference in like the softness and the overall feeling of my skin after I use it. So as for a score, I'm going to say 7 out of 10 for this one. I don't know why I'm giving it such a... I guess it's hard to give something a 10 out of 10. Maybe I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It works. I do like it. So maybe if you have some of those same issues and you're like, hey, I'm getting a lot of breakouts, I want a cleaner mask that I can put on, relax, and that I know is not going to cause me more issues, maybe this one's for you. Okay, so these are the products that I reviewed today. I have links below. I think my code gets you 10% off of anything from Primally Pure. So if you are like, yeah, this sounds like my kind of brand, loving the clean ingredients, loving the sustainability on the packaging, the manufacturing, and the fact that they have really thought this process out using animal-based products that are actually kind of good for the planet, and everything is right here in the States, I would recommend Primally Pure to anyone who is looking for some of these skincare solutions that I've mentioned today. I have a code again below for every single one of these, and you can also use my code for any product on their website, and it'll give you 10% off your whole order. I am not trying to influence you to buy something that you don't need or is not going to be beneficial to you. So please do not spend your money on this if you are like, girl, I don't have any of those issues, or I don't care about any of those things. Maybe this isn't the right fit, but I would like to let you know of this brand because I do think they're doing a lot of good work in the skincare industry, and I personally am very grateful for what they've done for my skin. So let me know if you do end up trying any of these, what you think, and maybe something that I need to try next from them. All right, y'all, I think I'm gonna go do that mask right now. I need a little treat. So thanks for watching, and I will hop in next week with another video. Bye. Woohoo! Yeah! It's gonna be so fun. Okay, bye.